Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's been a heck of a ton of a while. It's been like a month, I think. This is my last video about CC, which I could not talk because at the time I was sick. Now that I was busy, finally I can make another video. Before the video starts, please do join my Discord. I'm trying to grow my Discord, so Discord link will be in the description. Please do check it out. If you have any questions, if you need any help, do join my Discord server. There are some people there that will be willing to help, and at least I will reply to your questions. Right. Without further ado, I'm gonna get to today's video. It was supposed to be Wizardle review, but I guess by now everyone knows that Wizardle is extremely um, broken, right? And so I'm not gonna make another guide or operator review on Wizardle because I think there's a lot of review on that, right? What I'm gonna be focusing today, however, is on the mistakes that people make, especially beginners. I don't know if you, the one watching right now, is a beginner, a new player, or you intermediate, or even an endgame player just coming here, to stop by. If I make any mistake when I am, if I'm sharing these tips and you think it's wrong or I miss out on anything, please do let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. Alright, so the first thing is when you're new, let's say you started out in this, the 5th anniversary, right? And you start out and you pulled on the Wizardle banner, right? Let's just say that you go Wizardle, and because the whole YouTube's saying that she's extremely broken and stuff like that, so you try to level her up. There is nothing wrong with that. However, this is the first mistake that I think a lot of new players make, is that when you get extremely good 6-star units, it doesn't have to be Wizardle. It can be Mountain, maybe. If you're lucky, maybe even Thorns, maybe. Or it basically can be anything, right? That's 6-star, and then after you watch those videos, you take a look at some tier lists and you're like, wow, very good. I'm gonna raise this operator. And there comes your first mistake, which unfortunately, me too back in the days. So, what is the mistake here? It's trying to raise a 6-star unit first. It's going to halt your progression like by a lot. You see, when you're just starting out on Arknights, right? Of course, you're gonna be in the main story, and you're gonna be like around here, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're gonna be around here, right? So, what you want to do is that you want to push the story first. But the thing is, if you're trying to raise a 6-star operator first, you won't have the necessary material for it. See, like yes, you have integrated device around here and there, but then when you try to raise okay, let's find a operator that is like for example, when you try to promote, usually is when you try to promote from E1 to E2. That actually takes the most resource. Okay, let's just take like let's say a 4-star operator. I should have some that is not yet built. Yeah, for example, like Doberman here, right? I wanna promote. Yeah, she's not going to be expensive in material. Why? Because she's a 4-star. That's why you should always start leveling up operators from 4-stars, lower rarities, and not to go from high rarities. I cannot show you here because I already do basically like all the 6-stars. But like for example, if I want to promote here, yes, from E0 to E1 it's not gonna take a lot. These are the stages that you can farm pretty easily, even if you're a new player. But when it comes to the cost from E1 to E2, it's actually a lot. Like when I'm talking about a lot, it's actually a lot. So always start from lower rarities, okay? And then work your way up to 6-stars. The second one that I see a lot of new players is that they don't bother to build their base. Yes, this part of the game. Okay, so I understand that this might. Okay, I understand that this might look like, just a normal base and there's nothing beneficial, but trust me when I tell you, please build your base, your control center. Please build it, okay? Do not let it be abandoned, because when you clear main story, yes, these materials you say kill is used to level up your control center. What is control center for? Control center is used first to raise your operator's trust. Okay, trust. What is trust? The more trust an operator gets, the higher the stats the operator will be. And it will unlock modules, but we're not going to talk about that for now. And second of all, not only that, it will also produce more resources for you. Either it's a battle records, which is for your EXP basically, LMDs, basically like the currency, like the money currency in Arknights, and pure gold. Pure gold is basically to get LMD, yeah. So please do not neglect your base. Please do build. Okay, I'm gonna make a base guide if I have the time to do that, about how to make there's actually a formation like for trading pods, power plant, and factory. I'm currently using the 243, I believe. So basically, just build your base. Okay, I'll put in the description. There's a base guide that I think is good and explains everything about there is to know about building a base. Okay, that's a second mistake. So what is the third one? What is the third one? So the third mistake that I see a lot of beginners make, again, including me, is that every time you're stuck in the stage, no matter where you are, it can be in the main chapter, it can be in event, even though you know that your units can do it, you will always use a support unit. You will always use a support unit, borrow somebody's unit that's extremely broken. Maybe it's a mud rock, maybe it is a mountain, maybe it's Surtur for boss killing, maybe it's Texas Altar, I don't know. But please, I beg of you, if you are not stuck and you know that your units can do the stage, okay, and you know that your at least you are borrowing a support unit just because you don't want to think, or you don't want to basically manually deploy, or to even think about retreating and the yada yada, and you just want to AFK, please do not do that. Why, you ask me? Because there's gonna be a lot of stages that you'll be locking out yourself for auto deploys. Okay, that'll be the grave mistake there. So what? So one day, when you want to grind, for example, I want to grind Rocky here. I want to grind Ori Rock Lust. I'll have to redo the stage again without any support unit. However, if you are very stuck and you want to progress through, it is okay to use support unit. Just don't use it all the time. Just because they're handy doesn't mean you use support unit all the time to clear all the stages. That is, first, that is not helping you understanding the game. Second of all, it doesn't help you when you want to grind those materials later on. Okay, that is like, I see a lot of beginner players, you do that mistake just because you can borrow like someone else like broken support unit. You just do that for all the stages. Okay, don't do that. For example, like right now, I think episode 14 should be open even to newer players, right? So yes, feel free to push this story as much as you can. Okay, if you don't care about the story, just skip the story, and then spend your sanity here, right? Again, this is another mistake that I see beginner makers spending. It's okay to spend sanity for your main story progression, but either time. At the same time, it is also very important to spend your sanity when there's an event like this because they give you a currency, and this currency can be used to buy very important materials that you will not have access to as a beginner. For example, this water block, the polymerization preparation, or a concentration, like tier 3 materials that you won't have access to as a new player. Okay, you only have access to these when you start progressing more and more through the main story later on, right? So even if your units are not as good, try your best to just do the chapter 14, which is a current event. Yes, feel free to use a support unit. Okay, the reason this is locked is not because I did it with a, is because I did it in adverse. So that's why if you're confused, there you go. So is to use your sanity. Okay, so this means you're going to be halting your main story progress and use it solely to focus on the event. Okay, only when you bought the left and the middle one, like everything from here, then you can continue to progress with your maybe main story or basically anything else. You don't need to clear out the right side, but you need to clear out the left and the middle side of the story most of the time. Okay? So, that's about that. I think I covered pretty much these three big mistakes. I think if you add another one, maybe four is just, yeah, basically you using your sanity outside the event, which is fine, but I think it will halt your progression pretty big, like big time, because the material you get from event is just too huge. Also, if you check right now, sorry, the current chapter 14, if you're able to grind through, they actually offer materials that is actually pretty good too. Like, yeah, order 50, and the drop rates are also good, like way better here because they have boosted drop rates for the materials. So that's basically it about the mistakes that I think newer player always do. Okay, if I miss out on anything, please do let me know. Okay, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section, or again, you can join the Discord server in the link in the description below, and you can also ask there. If you need friends, yeah, you can also come to the Discord. All right. And that's basically it. It's been a while. I missed you guys a lot. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I hope this video can help you, and maybe I'll make an operator review if you guys want it. Let me know how your recital pulls go, by the way. And yes, this is DY, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Peace.